as I was a baby, my dad left my mom, and we was struggling. My mom was trying to go man to man to man, trying to find somebody to take care of her and me, which was kind of weird. I mean, I was left in cars, in a little child seat, in a diaper, in like 20-degree weather, and there's actually police document on that. I mean, my real dad had to come get me, and then I bounced back and forth, and then my mom ended up marrying this dude Merle, and they got into the church scene. Like, some weird transition in life happened. We got all holy, and then he passed away when I was like 7, and we were supposed to be missionaries. I went to Christian school and everything. But when I was about 7 or 8, all that changed. My mom ended up marrying this dude, Dennis, who we didn't know was a crackhead, like on some real shit.
Right.
And he ended up beating my mom, bringing her to crack houses, and my mom would be stuck in the corner trying to preach the Bible to everybody. I mean, bless her soul for that. But
right.
She ended up getting in depth with drugs, and then I was always getting kicked out of the house at a very young age. My stepdad would beat me real bad. I remember one time, it's in one of my songs, which I'm going to be re-recording because now I have my studio and whatnot. I'll record on my phone. But I remember hearing someone crying at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was my mom, and I came out, and I thought they were tears, and it was blood dripping from her face.
Wow.
And she was pregnant with my sister Faith. And so he was smoking crack, beat my mom up, and that's basically what I dealt with for a long time. I was like 16 years old when I got kicked out. I was living in the woods. Believe it or not.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right. Well, so 16 years old, my mom banged my head off a wall over a Brad Paisley CD.
Right.
My little brother had gotten a Brad Paisley CD that I wanted, and it disappeared. And she thought I did it. I mean, I could understand. I was a little shithead. You know what I mean? Like, no doubt. Like, I was a shithead. But right. I did not take my little brother's CD. He actually ended up finding it under the bed later on in life and never told anybody. But anyhow, the next day I went to come home from school because she had kicked me out that night, and I went to the woods and I didn't know what was going on, but I had my some type of alarm on my phone or some craziness, because this was like 2006. So we didn't really have the cell phone thing, and I was broke, you know. So I was in the woods and went to school. I went to come back home because I was like, maybe she's not mad anymore, and there were all my clothes. And if a man named Bobby Damaris ever sees this video, man, you're one of my heroes. And he was a homeless man, and wrote about him in English class and everything. Anyhow, he comes up to me and he's like, I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. And I was like, what? Like, he's like, those are your clothes? And I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, man, it's a week before Christmas. Like, what are you doing? You need to get right. I was like, man, I can't get right. It's my mom, you know? So he was like, all right, you're coming with me. So we went to the woods. almost same spot that I had gone, but like it was set up. Like, we had a little kitchen area where we did a little grilling, and then we had and this was in Florida, right? And then we had a little sink area and shit like that. And he would wake me up at like 6:30 to go catch the bus, and I would go to school. I had a girlfriend, so I'd be taking showers at her house. And then go right back to the woods. So I was doing my studies, because he was like, bruh, if you're going to live this life, you're going to have to live it, but you're going to get out of this life. You're going to be educated, and you're not going to be dumb. And he's like, I don't want you to end up like me. And so I did that for a couple of years. And then I ended up getting a job at Subway, and then moved in I had a church, actually. My girlfriend's parents found out that where I was and like what I was going through. My girlfriend at the time, her name was Elena, and her parents set me up with this pastor. I went to a whole nother level.
So basically, you was on the road to being like you was into church, right?
I had backslid, and I'm not in the church now.
Right.
I'm sorry for all you Christians, but anyhow,
right, yeah.
But yeah, I was inside of a church, literally living, and the guy there, the pastor, was trying to teach me drums. But I played music before then and everything. Like I played piano, and I sang in the choir at Christian school. But I didn't think music was going to be my thing. I liked to fight, and I was in the streets, and I liked to shoot and shit.
Right.
So anyhow, I was there for about a month, working. I ended up like throwing a party. And dude, it was the craziest experience of my life. I believe that there's a God, but I'm polytheistic.
Right.
And that God that was in that church did not like me that night. Brother, when I say doors were slamming, we were drinking upstairs, playing pool, girls were there.
Man.
Bro, it was bad. And then a week later, I just left. I was like, I can't have this anymore. So I ended up moving in with my buddy, Mike Cittadino. Big shout out to Mike Cittadino and his father, Big C. Mr. C. He was like, you give me $150 a week. You can sleep on the couch. You have to go to school and you have to do what's right. So I was like, all right. So me and that girl, Elena, started getting into it kind of, and we ended up breaking up, and then she ended up getting a boyfriend. I was on probation most of my life. So I was on probation at the time, and I went and beat up her boyfriend. Beat him up real bad. And then they sent me to jail. I got a violation, a whole bunch of harassment stuff, a whole bunch of them like PFA Jones, because I just was going on a whim, like, you ain't gonna take my girl, like blah blah blah.
That type shit, yeah. We're gonna take it back a little bit. How was high school? Was you introduced to music at school? How was going to high school? How was that like for you?
It was a little weird because being homeless, I would go and steal cars with my homies.
Right.
And so like I would come to school and smell like gas. I mean, I got bullied. I fought too.
Right.
I was a lot different. High school was weird because I had survival on my mind.
Right.
I didn't have the books in my mind. I was no dummy. I would do the little classwork, but like, I mean, I wasn't no A and B student.
You was in survival mode, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But high school, I did have a lot of friends in many different categories. I didn't just click up with like one group and be cool with the little baseball kids or the wrestling kids or anywhere. But high school was a little rough because nobody knew my situation. I kept it down low. I did smell like gas sometimes. I was dirty sometimes when I came to school, and I would get made fun of. I remember specifically this girl, I forget her name, and I won't shout her out, but she was like, you would be so much better looking if you had better clothes. And I just looked at her and I'm like, if only you knew.
Right. You don't even know the struggle. Yeah.
You don't know the struggle. So
thank you for taking the time out to watch Mr. Showa TV clips. My channel is dedicated exclusively to inspire and motivate those battling addiction. I would love for you all, if this is your first time to the channel, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you all to continue to come back and watch all of my interviews. So right after this, I would love for you to go check out the original full-length episode with Richie Valor. It is on my YouTube channel page. So right after this, go check out the full-length video of Richie Valor. And make sure you click the notification bell so you can get notified for all videos. When you click the notification bell, make sure you click all for all videos so you can stay in the loop whenever I drop any new content. This is Mr. Showa TV, and continue to support my channel because we are dedicated exclusively to inspire those battling addiction, one episode at a time.
But I remember hearing someone crying at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was my mom, and I came out and I thought they were tears, and it was blood dripping from her face. Wow. And she was pregnant with my sister Faith. And so he was smoking crack, beat my mom up, and that's basically what I dealt with for a long time. I was like 16 years old when I got kicked out. I was living in the woods Believe it or not.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I'm needing y'all. This is what I need from you guys to do. I need y'all to start hitting that subscribe button. I need y'all to start sharing this out here. I need this from you guys. We need to get this platform out, and we need to inspire and motivate people, man. We doing this one episode at a time.